It's a busy news morning here at News 3 Now. I'm Christina Laurie. We obviously want to get you caught up right away on what's been happening over the past 12 hours here in Madison. Madison police have been working overnight to reestablish order after peaceful protests turned destructive with looting and property damage. The initial protest started around noon. Thousands of people gathered at the state capitol, marching to the Dane County Jail and the former home of Tony Robinson. They were protesting the death of George Floyd, the unarmed black man who died while in police custody earlier this week in Minneapolis. As that protest ended, a smaller group made their way down State Street. That's when around 6 o'clock, members of that smaller group started breaking into businesses, damaging both public and private property. Police on the scene attempted to control the crowds peacefully, but eventually brought in riot gear and tear gas. That only seemed to make the crowds angrier. They started confronting officers, throwing rocks, chairs, anything they could grab at their cars. One officer was injured. Several patrol cars were also damaged. One was even stolen and burned in the middle of the street. Protesters took the 2 rifles that were inside that car before setting it on fire. This morning, police still don't know where those guns are. Madison is now under a state of emergency as declared by Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway overnight, as well as a mandatory curfew. That curfew started just after midnight and ended at 5 a.m. Another curfew will take effect tonight at 9:30. That curfew will be lifted Monday morning at 5 a.m. The state of emergency continues through Wednesday. Most of the protesters had moved on by the time the curfew took effect overnight, but reports of looting and property damage across the city continued well into the overnight hours, spreading outside of the downtown area. Break-ins were reported at both East and West Town malls. In total, Madison's interim police chief, Vic Wall, estimates about 75 businesses on State Street were damaged or looted. 3 people were arrested. Police are now working to identify and arrest other people who were involved. Minneapolis continues to grapple with protests and unrest 5 days after the death of George Floyd. The city was under curfew, but hundreds of people defied that order overnight. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz admitted more needs to be done in addressing issues of racism in the police department, but also said violence will not help the community. Other protests have been held: Atlanta, Augusta, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Fayetteville, Indianapolis, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, Minneapolis, Newark, New York City, Raleigh, Sacramento, San Antonio, Seattle.
So let's be very clear. The situation in Minneapolis is no longer in any way about the murder of George Floyd. It is about attacking civil society, instilling fear, and disrupting our great cities.
The bottom line, this outrage is happening everywhere. This weekend, Governor Walz mobilized the full force of the Minnesota National Guard, a move that has never been taken before in the state's history. Officials expect up to 13,000 soldiers and airmen to be serving communities in Minneapolis over the next week. So far, nearly 1,400 people have been arrested since Thursday in 17 cities nationwide. Photographer Tom Aviles for CBS in Minneapolis is among those people arrested. This video is from the moment he was taken into police custody. He was hit by a rubber bullet and forced to the ground. Aviles clearly identified himself as a member of the media before police took him into custody. He has since been released. Well, it can certainly be hard to find any good in situations like this, but the people of Madison wasted no time to start cleaning up State Street and helping the badly damaged businesses there recover. Volunteers are just starting an even bigger effort. Right now, we want to give you a live look this morning. The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is leading this effort. People are gathering right now on Library Mall. They started doing so at 7 o'clock this morning. Volunteers are asked to bring gloves, garbage bags, brooms, and masks. Again, if you'd like to help, you can meet these volunteers on the Library Mall right now. The group organizing this cleanup effort also has an emergency relief fund set up. The money raised will go towards helping the businesses damaged last night. The fundraiser right now is only 12 hours old. It's already raised nearly $20,000. We took this screenshot just a few minutes ago. It's $50,000 goal. Again, Now to some better news. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Gary Canalti. Hey, Gary.
Hi, Christina. Very quiet out there this morning. Live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam at Platteville showing bright sunshine over southwestern Wisconsin. Temperatures are on the cool side. Here in Madison, we've gotten up to 47. We were at 42 last hour, but you can see those temperatures still in the middle 40s to the north. There is a frost advisory for another hour for Juneau and Adams counties, but I think the threat for frost now is over with there since temperatures are in the 40s. Look for temperatures to climb into the middle 60s by lunchtime, and this afternoon look for a high of 71 degrees under mostly sunny skies, so still a little bit cooler than normal. Now, as we take a look at first warn traffic, here's the DOT camera on East Washington Avenue looking toward the Capitol. Things pretty quiet out there this morning. As far as the main roads around Madison, not seeing any problems on the Beltline. Travel moving pretty much at the posted speed limits, as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison, I-94 toward Milwaukee, and US 151 up toward Sun Prairie. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you so much, Gary. The United States hit a once unthinkable milestone this week, 100,000 coronavirus-related deaths. That means more Americans have died from the virus than during the Vietnam and Korean Wars combined. According to Johns Hopkins University, the virus has now infected more than 5.6 million people all around the world and killed more than 350,000. The U.S. has the most infections and deaths by far. The first known death was 111 days ago. We've heard so many numbers over the past few months. How many cases, how many deaths, but each one of those numbers represents a life that deserves to be remembered, not only as a victim of COVID, but as someone who was loved with a unique life story. Here are just some of them.
Yu Li Hua was interested in the stories of people's lives. It helped inform her writing, her daughter said. Yu authored over a dozen novels and short stories in her 90 years. She could still win tennis matches against her children in her 80s. Isolated from her family in her last days, they wrote her letters. Her daughter told her, "You should have had someone to hold your hand." Anna Marie Leone. She was a writer of a different sort. She'd kept a list of names from prayer cards she collected from wakes, writing them in a notebook every week to remember them. She had Down syndrome, but her sister said she didn't like to be treated differently. She worked in a hair salon and as a prep cook. Anna Marie Leone was 31 years old. George McKibben was one of the first black teachers in a mostly white school district in Clayton County, Georgia in the 1960s. Not everyone welcomed him, but his daughter said he eventually won everyone over. Everybody wanted to be in his class. He retired in 2001, but still tutored his grandchildren in math. George McKibben was 76. So many frontline workers have sacrificed their lives caring for others. Chris Angelin Castro Guzman, a 35-year-old nurse, was one of them. Her family said she had been planning a trip to Disneyland for her children when she got sick. Her youngest was just 5 months old. Messiah Howard was only 7.
Are you ready?
He was a bouncy, happy little boy and a big fan of the New Orleans Saints. A Drew Brees action figure was his constant companion. His family said his smile never faded, even when he endured hospital stays for a rare disease. He was recovering from a bone marrow transplant that was supposed to save his life when he fell ill with COVID-19.
Milestones like 100,000 deaths can make all of us feel sad, even helpless. Science has proven doing something good for other people is a great way to boost your own mood. And right now here in Madison, giving back is as easy as ever. We want to remind you that Second Harvest is looking for volunteers to pack its care boxes. The food bank has seen a surge in demand for its services during the pandemic and has opened up more shifts to pack food care boxes for hungry families. You can sign up at the link posted up on channel3000.com. You can also donate to Next SOS Save Our Staff Fund. News 3 Now is also a proud sponsor of that. The fund raises money to help Madison restaurant workers who've had their hours cut. The money raised is then given to servers, bartenders, and back-of-the-house employees who normally depend on tips for the majority of their income. You can find that link on our website as well. And if you don't have a lot of time or money, you can write a simple thank you note to a first responder. Doctors and nurses are working 12-hour shifts treating local COVID patients right now. You can find mailing addresses for the UW, SSM Health, and Meriter hospitals all up on channel3000.com. It's almost 7:09. In case COVID wasn't enough, it's allergy season, mosquito season, and tick season here in Wisconsin. I had some helpful advice to help you avoid getting bit or sick. And here's a live look outside on this Gorgeous but eerily quiet morning. Gary is backtracking our Sunday forecast right after this.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Right now, Toyota is offering 0% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4. Or you can lease a new RAV4 for $229 a month. You can even shop and buy online from the comfort of your home. Many Toyota service centers are open to help keep your vehicle in top shape and may even offer no-contact vehicle drop-off.
All from the brand you trust today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. We've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's giant Memorial Day sale is through Monday. Shop appliances your way, online or by in-store appointment, and get our very best deals of the summer, plus 18 months financing and free doorstep delivery. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Home is dancing because no one's watching. Home is a reason to disturb the peace. Home is laughter. Home is where heads come to rest. A place to let go and a place to find again. At Stanley Steamer, we love home, and we know that a clean home is a healthy home. We're ready when you are.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
Well, it's very quiet out there this morning. The sun is shining, so the temperatures will warm up quickly, but we're getting off to a cool start this morning. And even today, temperatures are going to stay a little bit below normal. It'll be pleasant, high temperatures in the lower 70s, but we should be seeing high temperatures in the middle 70s. That will change. Tomorrow is kind of the transition day. It'll be windy with a few chances for showers and thunderstorms as a warm front moves through. Temperatures will climb into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, but look at this. Temperatures could be near record high levels on Tuesday. Right now I've got a high temperature of 89 for Madison. The record high is 91 set back in 1948, so that's certainly within reach. And there are areas of southern Wisconsin that will get into the 90s with heat index values into the lower to middle 90s. But this morning it's a different story. Temperatures are unseasonably cool, mainly 40s across state La Crosse right now at 50, as is Milwaukee, but there are still pockets of 30s up in central Wisconsin. There were some 30s north and west of the Dells this morning. But as we take a look at weather track, even though our upper level winds right now are from the northwest, there's a big bulge in the jet stream. This is warmer air that's starting to develop out to the west that'll be heading in our direction over the next couple of days. High pressure sitting almost directly over us, so that's keeping us cool. Winds are relatively light, but winds flow clockwise around a high pressure system. So with time, these winds become more southerly as a warm front out to the west heads in our direction. So look for sunny skies today. Tonight it'll turn partly cloudy, and then notice those winds picking up out of the south and southwest. Some clouds, maybe maybe a shower or thunderstorm during the day tomorrow. The better chances will be in the northern part of the state. And then by late afternoon, the western part of Wisconsin could start to get into some sunshine that would allow temperatures to get into the 80s. Then on Tuesday, look for bright sunshine, temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Winds will become west to southwesterly, but a cold front will start developing to our north and west by Tuesday night, and this could bring an area of thunderstorms through probably after midnight across much of southern Wisconsin. For tomorrow, there's actually an isolated severe thunderstorm threat for areas north of Madison as that warm front moves through, but the better severe weather threat will be later Tuesday night as that cold front drops southward. Slight risk from Madison westward and a marginal risk across the rest of the state. So for this morning, look for mostly sunny skies, temperatures climbing to the middle 60s by lunchtime, and look for a high temperature this afternoon of 71 degrees under mostly sunny skies. As we check out the 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see those temperatures well above normal into the mid to upper 80s for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then lower 80s for the end of the week. That's still above normal. Humidity levels will increase as well, so we'll see some thunderstorm chances again toward next weekend and into the start of the following week.
It certainly was a very crisp morning outside. It kind of caught me off guard. You definitely need a coat if you're heading out, and also I know you're not a usual on the morning shift, thankfully, but isn't it getting harder and harder to wake up and go to bed because it's always just so bright outside?
I don't know, you wake up and you step outside and the temperatures are in the 40s. That'll wake you up in a hurry.
Yeah,
that was my wake-up call.
Good point. Thank you so much, Gary.
Sure.
No need to worry about the coronavirus when it comes to bug bites, at least. While mosquitoes can transmit a variety of diseases, the World Health Organization says right now there is no evidence COVID is one of them. Person-to-person contact is still believed to be the leading cause of transmission. Speaking of bug bites, I don't know how we got on this subject. You should be on the lookout for ticks this summer. Experts say they're seeing a high rate of Lyme disease here in the Midwest. That could be caused from a surge in ticks, more people spending time outside, or a combo of both. To protect yourself from ticks, you should do a full body check once you're back inside. The CDC also recommends showering within 2 hours to reduce your risk of Lyme disease. With many parents still working from home, a new trend in childcare is popping up: virtual babysitting. We'll show you how it works. And with students of all ages home, many are missing out on milestones like prom. We're sharing one of our favorite stories of the week, how one kid helped make his nanny's would-be prom night one to remember. Stories make you smile right after this.
Go to Amazon.com/skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
Addiction doesn't discriminate, and it does not define you. You can turn your life around, one step at a time. Visit UnitedMadison.com/addiction for resources to help you get your life back.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive, and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Addiction doesn't discriminate, and it does not define you. You can turn your life around, one step at a time. Visit UnitedMadison.com/addiction for resources to help you get your life back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, time is now 7:19. It's a sunny morning across southern Wisconsin. There's a live view from the Edgewater Skycam showing beautiful conditions over downtown Madison right now. As far as temperatures are concerned, though, it is still a little cool. Madison's warm to 47 degrees. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s. A few places around 50 this morning to start out. And over the next 12 hours, those temperatures will climb up to the lower 70s by the time we get to late this afternoon. Tomorrow will be in the upper 70s for highs, and we could be close to a record high temperature near 90 degrees by Tuesday afternoon. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Gary. Your senior prom night is a night to remember, and unfortunately, most high school seniors won't get to experience theirs this year. But one teenager had a special event thrown just for her, and it was all organized by a 7-year-old boy who she babysits. Curtis Rogers hadn't seen his nanny Rachel in 2 months because of the pandemic, but when he found out she couldn't go to her prom, he wanted to do something really special for her.
I planned it out because Rachel probably wanted to just see me a lot, and she also is one of the best people I've known.
Oh my gosh, how cute is he? Curtis's mom says he was really excited to make sure everything was just right. He got his suit on, picked out a bow tie to match Rachel's dress, and wanted to make sure he could impress his date. Curtis served up their favorite after-school snack as an appetizer. What else but peanut butter and apples? They even used a pool noodle to make sure they followed social distancing recommendations. Safety first. Not all babysitters get to see the kids they watch right now. Lots of parents are home quarantining with their kids. But for many families, even the daily routine can be tough. Naomi Ruckham explains how babysitting is now going virtual.
Like millions of Americans, the Riley family is stuck at home, and keeping the kids occupied is a big challenge.
He's always looking for something to do, and I'm looking for something for him to do that isn't a video game or isn't a movie or, a TV show.
Erin and Brian Riley have 3 kids. So when Erin heard about Virtual Babysitters Club, she gave it a shot. Her youngest, 7-year-old Finn, jumped in first to join a virtual dance party.
When you were done with your class, what'd you say?
It was the best hour of my life. Everybody dance like a monkey.
Virtual Babysitters Club was recently launched by Kyle Riley and Christina Hanford. She's a nanny and theater performer.
So before coronavirus, this business of yours didn't even exist?
No. So the business itself, when we first had the idea, we kind of wanted to be the connection between these working from home parents and performers who are out of work.
They've hired performers that offer one-on-one and group options. Themes range from art and music to dance. Prices start at about $18 an hour, but it's not a replacement for adult supervision.
While our performers are all amazing with kids, it's impossible through the screen to, provide the same sort of service that an in-person babysitter would.
This is not like a traditional sitting.
Elizabeth Hars is the CEO of Sitter City. The online childcare marketplace connects parents to in-person childcare. But when the pandemic hit, parents started asking for virtual babysitters.
Some parents are looking for the virtual sitter to help with homework or remote learning. Others want a dance party.
For the Rileys, 1 extra hour makes a world of difference.
A guilt-free hour where I felt like he was entertained. I felt like someone was interacting with him.
A non-traditional approach to childcare during extraordinary times. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
The in-person and virtual babysitters available through these sites go through extensive background checks before they are available to be hired. Time now, 7:23. There's a half hour of news still ahead this morning. Next, we'll get you caught up on the unrest happening overnight here in Madison. And we'll also give you a reason to smile. Indiana Jones is back. Find out how The Last Crusade became the most popular film in the franchise before you watch it here on WISC later tonight.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place.
So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can detect suspicious activity on your account from here. And you can pay your friends back from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or, here's my bank. Or, here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. So visit chase.com/mobile.
While there's no instruction manual for what we're all going through now, there is Christian and Natalie and all our other associates at Pick and Save, working with one of the country's biggest supply chains for the Kroger family of brands, keeping our promise that our shelves will be continually stocked and that you'll always have access to the things you need. Because together, we've got you covered. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the extended Memorial Day sale at Denver Mattress.
Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And save 25% on our original Doctor's Choice lineup.
Or check out the Summit Queen,
Only $189.99. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattress sets.
and get a $300 Furniture Row gift certificate.
Plus 5 years, no interest.
Hurry! The extended Memorial Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
Dark stains and algae buildup can rapidly age your roof. So give us a call here at Mad City Roofing for a new high-performance premium roofing system with Scotchguard protection to prevent stains and streaks. And now during our Raise the Roof event, 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And if you call during this program, receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
News 3 Now, Channel 3000, and Madison Magazine are pleased to partner with Madison Metropolitan School District to give its high school seniors a graduation to remember. Join us for special commencement ceremonies with messages from students and principals, musical performances, and virtual walk across the stage photo tributes to the graduates. Class of 2020, born to make history. June 12th and 13th on News 3 Now and streamed live on Channel 3000.
Right now, a state of emergency. A day of peaceful protest turns into a night of unrest and destruction in Madison. Plus, looking for the helpers, the people already coming together this morning to help ravaged businesses get the help they need and where you come in.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's May 31st. Obviously, a very busy morning here in Madison. We want to get you caught up on the latest. Madison police have been working overnight to reestablish order after peaceful protests turned destructive with looting and property damage. The initial protest started around noon. Thousands of people gathered at the state capitol, marching to the Dane County Jail and the former home of Tony Robinson. They were protesting the death of George Floyd, the unarmed black man who died while in police custody earlier this week in Minneapolis. As that protest ended, a smaller group of people made their way down State Street. That's when around 6 o'clock, members of that smaller group started breaking into businesses, damaging both public and private property. Police on the scene attempted to control the crowds peacefully, but eventually brought in riot gear and tear gas. That only seemed to make the crowds angrier. They started confronting officers, throwing rocks, chairs, anything they could grab at their squad cars. One officer was injured. Several patrol cars were damaged. One was even stolen and burned in the middle of the street. Protesters took the 2 rifles that were inside before setting the car on fire. This morning, police still don't know where those guns are. Madison is now under a state of emergency as declared by Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway overnight, as well as a mandatory curfew. That curfew started just after midnight and ended at 5 this morning. Another curfew will take effect tonight at 9:30, and that curfew will be lifted Monday morning at 5. The state of emergency continues through Wednesday. Most of the protesters involved had moved on by the time that curfew took effect, but reports of looting and property damage across the city continued well into the evening, spreading outside of the downtown area. Break-ins were reported at both East and West Town malls. In total, Madison's interim police chief Vic Wall estimates about 75 businesses, mainly on State Street, were damaged or looted. 3 people were arrested. Police are now working to identify and arrest others who were involved. Unfortunately, the scene here in Madison was not unique to us. All across the country, protesters gathered, with many rallies resulting in similar acts of property damage and violence. Some disturbing footage here shows New York Police Department squad cars driving into crowds of protesters. The NYPD says the officer hit the gas after realizing a protester had thrown a flaming bag on top of his car. New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio says he wishes the officer had reacted differently, but was being surrounded and attacked and needed to get away. In D.C., protesters clashed with the Secret Service, pelting them with water bottles and anything else they could grab quickly. And protesters in Minneapolis gathered for a 5th night where George Floyd was killed. The National Guard arrived in Minneapolis overnight to help control the situation there. Police fired round after round of tear gas into crowds in an attempt to make them disperse. So far, nearly 1,400 people have been arrested since Thursday in 17 cities across the country. Photographer Tom Aviles for CBS in Minneapolis is among those people arrested. This video is from the moment he was taken into custody. He was hit by a rubber bullet and forced to the ground. Aviles clearly identified himself as a member of the media before police took him into custody, and he has since been released. Meanwhile, Minnesota officer Derek Chauvin is expected to appear in court tomorrow. Video footage shows Chauvin held his knee on George Floyd's neck for almost 9 minutes, 3 of those after Floyd was unresponsive. He now faces 3rd-degree murder and manslaughter charges. Last week, the city dismissed all 4 officers involved in Floyd's death. New this morning, Target is temporarily closing more than 100 of its stores as a precaution as protests continue. 71 stores in Minnesota, 49 in California, and 12 in New York will all close while the company takes time to focus on its employee safety and allow time for communities to heal. Target says its workers impacted by these closures will still be paid for their scheduled hours. This morning, we're also hearing locally from Hawks Bar and Grill, one of the businesses damaged on State Street. On Facebook, they posted the statement, "As a State Street business, we will say this: we have insurance. While we don't want to have our place damaged, if burning everything to the ground brings proper attention to the disgusting injustice happening in our country, so be it. Our property is replaceable. Black lives aren't." It can be hard to find any good in situations like this, but the people of Madison wasted no time starting to clean up this morning and helping the badly damaged businesses, mainly along State Street. A larger effort is underway right now. Let's get a live look at that this morning. The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is leading the effort. People are asked to meet at the Library Mall starting at 7 o'clock this morning. They've been at work for about a half an hour now. Volunteers are asked to bring gloves, garbage bags, brooms, and masks. Again, if you'd like to join them, you can meet these volunteers right now on State Street. The group organizing this cleanup effort also has an emergency relief fund set up. The money raised will go towards helping businesses damaged last night. The fundraiser is only about 12 hours old, and it's already raised more than $26,000. Good chunk of its way to its $50,000 goal. It's always good to see the positive, and in days like today, the weather is certainly one of those positives, Gary.
Yeah, this is one thing that kind of keep people's minds at ease. The skies are sunny. There's the view from the WISC Skycam looking out towards the south. Hardly a cloud to be seen anywhere around. Temperatures are on the cool side. Upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Madison right now at 47, Janesville 48, but we're seeing a 50-degree reading at Mineral Point and 50 in Boscobel. For this morning, look for mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will climb into the middle 60s by lunchtime. This afternoon, look for sunny skies. High temperature at 71 degrees. As we take a look at first warn traffic, here's the live view of the DOT camera on the Beltline at Park Street. Very little traffic out there this morning. As far as traffic on the major roads, the Beltline moving at the posted speed limits the entire length, as well as I-39, 90, and 94 on the east side of Madison. To the south and east, I-90 and 39 down into southern Wisconsin, US 12 toward Whitewater there and I-94 toward Milwaukee. Traffic, no problem there. And to the north and west, we're seeing no problems on I-39, 90, 94 up to the Dells, I-90, 94 to the north and west, and I-39 into central Wisconsin. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you so much, Gary. CBS started the month with Raiders of the Lost Ark, so it's only fitting they bring Indiana Jones back to end their weekend movie series. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is the third film in the franchise. Our film critic Will Loper explains how it quickly became the most popular.
Our favorite adventurer, Indiana Jones, has survived giant rolling boulders. He's made it through slowly closing spiky rooms. And in tonight's movie, he goes on his most dangerous mission yet, reuniting with his dad.
And I came here to save you. Oh, yeah? And who's going to come to save you, Junior?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is the third Indy adventure, and it was released May 24th, 1989. Early ideas for the third film had Indy fighting a ghost in Scotland before searching for the Fountain of Youth in Africa and battling a Monkey King. Then George Lucas had his own idea.
The original story for the third film was a haunted castle movie. But Steven had just finished Poltergeist, so he said, I don't want to do another haunted castle movie. So I said, okay. I said, what about the Holy Grail? He said, oh, you brought that up last time. I don't like that idea.
Lucky for all of us, those ideas were scrapped, and Spielberg was convinced to do the Holy Grail after all.
The quest for the Grail is not archaeology. It's a race against evil. If it is captured by the Nazis, the armies of darkness will march all over the face of the earth.
Sean Connery came aboard to play his father, Henry Jones, who doesn't always approve of Indy's methods. Oh, and there's a few rats along for the ride this time as well.
The rats was the follow-up to the bugs, which was the follow-up to the snakes. I think we're running out of things to do here, you know? So our animal handlers gave birth to something like 2,000 living rats.
When it released in '89, it proved to be the most popular of the trilogy in terms of ticket sales. The box office for the film came in at a total of $474 million worldwide, which was over $100 million more than either Raiders of the Lost Ark or Temple of Doom.
Those people are trying to kill us. I know, Dad! It's a new experience for me. Happens to me all the time.
Reviews at the time were mostly positive. Peter Travers of the Rolling Stones said the film was the wildest and wittiest Indy of them all. Ebert gave the film a thumbs up, but his counterpart Siskel wasn't as kind.
And I didn't believe the father-son relationship between Connery and Ford. I just saw two good actors occupying the same space next to each other.
In the end, though, it's impossible to deny the sheer joy and adventure The Last Crusade brings to the screen. From the father-son relationship to its boat chase, action-packed tank sequence, and most importantly of all, discovering the origins of Indiana's name.
We named the dog Indiana. You are named after the dog?
This is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
As usual, Roger Ebert was right. He went to my alma mater, University of Illinois. You can watch The Last Crusade tonight right here on WISC at 7 o'clock. And if you need something else to look forward to, a fifth Indiana Jones film is in the works. Right now, it's scheduled for release in the summer of 2022. Also tonight, the life crimes and questions surrounding the death of Jeffrey Epstein come into focus in the three-part series, Who Killed Jeffrey Epstein? The disgraced financier had close relationships with some of the world's most elite political figures and celebrities. He was arrested for sex trafficking last July and died in jail a month later. The new series launches tonight on Investigation Discovery. After you've spent some time sitting down watching TV, it's time to get up, get moving, or maybe just head to the kitchen for a snack. Next, we're catching up with registered dietitian Tammy Schultz to find out how she's staying healthy and sane with 2 kids during COVID.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
At Mercedes-Benz, nothing less than world-class service will do. That's why we're expanding your range of choices. Many dealers now offer optional pickup and delivery and at-home maintenance, as well as online shopping with home delivery and special finance arrangements. So whether you visit your local dealer or prefer the comfort of home, you can count on the very highest level of service. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on most models and 90-day first payment deferral on any model.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. We've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Celebrities and even people across the country just like you look and feel years younger in minutes.
So I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. And I took the Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge, and I'm not joking. It works.
I'm Neela. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to take care of yourself. Plexiderm, seriously, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under-eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Your course, your way, your lakes. Support Clean Lakes Alliance with a virtual Loop the Lake ride, walk, run, or whatever in your own neighborhood. Registration includes a soft Lands End tee. Kids 10 and under get a free shirt with a paid adult. This socially distanced event is a great way to help the lakes and keep safe this summer. Register at cleanlakesalliance.org. We may not be able to gather, but we can still come together virtually and support our lakes.
Engines are restarting, park is shifting to drive. So we're offering 0% financing for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. Plus the freedom to shop and buy online. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
Or now during the Jeep Memorial Day sales event. With employee pricing, get $5,611 below MSRP on the purchase of a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Well, it's now 7:41 on a quiet Sunday morning, weather-wise anyway. Look for sunny skies. You can see the live view from the WIC Skycam. Can't really find a cloud in that picture. Current temperatures are in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Watertown right now at 50, Madison 47, Janesville at 48 degrees. Over the next 12 hours, our temperatures will climb up to the lower 70s by late this afternoon, but even warmer weather is expected for tomorrow with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 and perhaps near 90 by Tuesday. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
Thanks for bringing us the good news this morning, Gary. The past few months have thrown a lot of people off of their healthy routines, leaving them in both physical and mental ruts. It can be hard to feel like you. Registered dietitian and mom of two, Tammy Schultz, is back with us this morning, virtually at least, to share some advice on how to stay healthy and sane right now. Good morning, Tammy. Good to see you at least this way. I miss having you here at studio with us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Great to see you. So where do people start with this? What should they do? What's step one?
The biggest thing is mindset, is we have to be able to kind of get our head on straight about what we want to happen and how we want to feel. I think if we get stuck in the frustration or being angry about what happened or maybe didn't happen, we stay stuck there and we just keep attracting more of it towards us. So forgive, let go, and then make that decision that, okay, today's the day I start anew, I create some new healthy habits, and I get really excited about that. One of my favorite things is to create a list of things that make you feel good and that bring you joy. And that can be something as simple as like laughing at memes. Anything to just help shift your energy, to help you just snap out of that rut or that funk, can be enough to generate positive energy to where you start making healthier choices and you start moving. So little things like that make a big difference.
That's such great advice and a great time to begin this restart. Maybe in the next few weeks as schools slowly let up and summer breaks officially begin for parents. I know you have two kids at home, right? So what is that a good time to start this reboot? Am I on the right track?
Yeah, I think so too. It gives you time before summer hits, and I mean, the kids are already home, so we've kind of been in this groove. And yeah, I think it's a great time to just kind of get your head on straight. Like, okay, going into summer, this is how I really want our family routine to look, my routine to look, and how you're going to fit yourself into that mix is really important.
Great advice. So let's start with nutrition. What can people do eating-wise to get back on track? I know I've seen people hanging signs in their fridge, like, turn around, you were just here a few minutes ago. So it can be a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing for me always is going to be water, because it's like the oil to your car. And if you don't have enough in your car, it isn't running very well. And that's the same thing for our body. And oftentimes we keep telling ourselves, like, gosh, I just don't have any energy, or I'm so fatigued. And a lot of time it's just because we're underhydrated. So if you can do anything, start with water. And I find most people feel their best around like 80 to 120 ounces. And some people might be like, what?
How many bottles is that?
Gosh, well, 64 is 8. So you're doing way more than that.
Okay.
The golden rule is 64. But like I said, most people I find, especially if they're active, need to go above and beyond that. So if you're hanging out at 16 or 32, just each day add like 8 ounces if you can. That's my water tip. But nutrition-wise, whenever you break your fast in the morning, whether that's 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock, it doesn't matter. Once you start that, then I want you to check in about every 3 hours to see where your hunger level is, because then you can make a decision of, is this physical hunger, or is this maybe more head hunger or emotional hunger or boredom eating? And that gives you the power to make a choice based on what you want to do moving forward. And that helps when you find yourself wandering in the kitchen. Be like, oh, taking that purposeful pause is really helpful.
It's so important to have purpose. And before we let you go, I want to talk really quickly. You launched a new 6-week program that combines both mindset and nutrition. I know that's already underway. People can't sign up for that anymore, but you do have something exciting coming up. So if people want a reboot and they need a little bit of help, tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's combining those two things, because so many people can follow a meal plan or do the exercise when they're feeling good and motivated, but quarantine has kind of left people feeling the opposite. And so I wanted to give people a safe place to be able to have that reset so they can feel better physically and mentally sooner than later, because I think we're all ready for that.
Okay, thank you so much, Tammy. And we'll post the information to your site up on our website as well if people want to connect with you. You are so knowledgeable, and good luck with 2 kids at home. They're certainly cute. Thanks, Tammy. It's another great day to get up and get outside. You're looking live over the Capitol this morning. Sunny Saturday. Gary is back with a look ahead at our work week forecast right after this. But first, we want to take a look at who's turning 3 years old today. Happy birthday, Cameron, and everyone else celebrating this weekend.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free APR financing for 84 months on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. And when you do, your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers, so you can find new roads with confidence.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer? What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. It's crazy.
Sure, you're going into signal shock. Just breathe with me. Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
And now when you switch, you can also get $700 off the latest phones with no trade-in required. Now that's fair. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Whether you're catching fish or playing fetch, Fleet Farm has what you need. This week, save big on things like Wrangler jeans. Save $5 on men's Wrangler denim jeans. Rapala Shad Wraps, exclusive colors, $5.99. Select Goodyear tires. Buy 3, get the 4th free. Plus, get up to $50 back after rebate. And get 25% off trees, nursery stock, and hanging baskets in the garden center. No matter the job, we've got you covered. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by attorney Andrew Van Arsdale.
For decades, survivors of childhood sexual abuse were told it was too late for them to seek justice. No more. Statute of limitations prohibited organizations like the Catholic and Mormon churches, public and private school systems, Boy Scouts, and other youth organizations from being held accountable. No more. Call us today for a free confidential consultation. We're helping abuse survivors across the country say no more. Let us help you too.
Call 1-800-816-0723.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Right now, Toyota is offering 0% financing for 60 months on 8 of our most popular Toyotas, like Camry, RAV4, and Tacoma. You can even shop and buy online from the comfort of your home. Many Toyota service centers are open to help keep your vehicle in top shape and may even offer no-contact vehicle drop-off.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it's a quiet Sunday morning across southern Wisconsin. If you're heading out to the Madison Lakes today, today's not a bad day weather-wise. The lake water temperature right now, as measured by the buoy in the center part of Lake Mendota, is 65 degrees. As far as the beaches are concerned, all Madison beaches officially don't open until the weekend of June 14th and 15th. So each Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll be showing you this lake forecast. And you can also go online to lakeforecast.org to see some of the latest beach conditions as well as water clarity and water temperatures. But if all the beaches are open, you'll see a green check. If the beaches are open but there's some cloudy water, you'll see a yellow check. And if any beaches are closed on a given lake, you'll see a red check. And then you can go to lakeforecast.org to find out which beaches are the ones that are closed. As far as the weather for today, sunny skies, high temperature at 71 degrees, light southwesterly winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So if you're out on a boat, shouldn't be a problem. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for a cooler than normal day today, but still pleasant. Then tomorrow, some thunderstorms along a warm front. And after that, look for temperatures to climb to near record levels by Tuesday afternoon, up around 90 degrees with higher humidity. This morning, temperatures are in the 40s to around 50 across the state. But now that the sun is up, those temperatures should warm up pretty quickly. To our south and west, you can see a growing heat dome as the jet stream starts pushing northward. That's a sign the atmosphere is starting to warm up. But it's still cool right now. High pressure is located almost directly overhead, so our winds are pretty light. That's allowed temperatures to drop off. On future track, you can see things pretty quiet for today. Tonight, we'll see partly cloudy skies. Winds pick up out of the south. Tomorrow, that warm front comes through with a shower or thunderstorm chance. And then we get into the really warm air as we head into Tuesday with high temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. By Tuesday night, you can see some thunderstorms developing to our north and west, and those could come through here during the day, late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Tomorrow, there is a chance for an isolated severe thunderstorm in the northern part of the state, but there's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms from Madison westward, with hail and strong winds being the main threat later Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, depending on exactly the path those storms form. So look for temperatures to climb into the middle 60s by lunchtime with sunny skies this morning. For this afternoon, look for a high temperature of 71 degrees with a brisk or with a southwesterly wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Otherwise, temperatures well into the 80s beginning in the middle part of the week, and some thunderstorm chances toward next weekend. But humidity levels will generally stay pretty high. And here's our pet walk guy for today, Charlie in Darlington. I'm sure he's going to enjoy the weather today. Not too hot. I don't think Charlie's going to enjoy the forecast for Tuesday, but 69 at 3 p.m., I'll go out for a walk at that point.
Oh, he's certainly a cutie. And I just want to apologize in advance for the news that was, the noise that was coming from my end during your weathercast. I don't know if anyone at home heard that, but I was trying to check our Facebook messages, and it was still replaying our live updates from yesterday down on State Street. But if anyone at home wants to watch those, I mean, our reporters did a phenomenal job.
I watched that from home yesterday.
We're lucky to have them. So we're lucky to have you too. Thank you so much, Gary. Well, way back on May 4th, the Big Ten extended its suspension of all organized team activities through June 1st. So tomorrow, the conference will vote on whether or not to lift or extend that ban. June 1st is also the same day that the NCAA says football and basketball players can start working out on campus. So far, 5 Big Ten football teams have released specific dates for their voluntary workouts. Wisconsin, not one of them, though. Be sure to stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows, and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regular $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive, and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regular $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Work smarter. Use the cloud to securely print, scan, and collaborate. GI Office Technologies, helping businesses like yours.
It's time to freshen up around your yard. This year, don't struggle with bulky bags of mulch. Call JR.
JR's mulch sales, spread it around.
At the Brothers Maine, we're on a mission to deliver more brands, more selection, and more savings on more appliances. See for yourself at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
On the next Live Before, we'll preview the MMSD's Virtual Fine Arts Week.
And are you looking for something new to stream? Our film critic Will Loper tells us what's new in the big World Wide Web.
Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared.
When severe weather is on the way.
And your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. 14 wins, a division title, and a trip to the NFC Championship game. What a first year it was for Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. Another win, he has a great head of hair, but if you think LaFleur would be going a little crazy not being able to cut it right now, that's actually not the case. Thanks to his college roommate, he actually cuts his own hair.
I started to experiment by myself, and I would cut my own hair and usually mess it up, and then he would fix it and clean it up for me. When I got to a point, I did it so many times where I am now able to cut my own hair. So that's how I can stay well-groomed throughout the coronavirus.
Impressive. And now to the hardwood. Giannis has a new teammate. The Bucks star is now part owner of Ready Nutrition, a company that makes all-natural organic sports nutrition products. Because Giannis is Giannis, he's already giving back, donating 35,000 bottles of protein water and 34,000 protein bars to the Milwaukee Public Schools daily meal program. Ready Nutrition is also donating 34,000 bottles to Milwaukee healthcare workers. Giannis is number 34, by the way, so symbolism there. I don't know. Both you and I, we're Chicago sports fans, right?
I know, but I love athletes to give back to the community like that.
It's something that we can all get behind.
Right.
And also cutting your own hair, I mean, it makes me smile.
You see what my hair looks like now. You saw what it looked like before Wednesday when I was one of the first ones to get into getting cut once they opened the salons. Well, this morning, I probably could have used a thicker head of hair this morning. It would have kept me a little warmer. Temperatures right now in the lower 50s. It got up to 51 right now. Madison, look for highs near 90 by Tuesday and in the 80s for the rest of the week.
Yeah, be sure to grab your jacket if you're heading outside. It is crisp this morning, but it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Take a look at that shot outside. Please stay safe, everyone.